What's going on, guys? Vulkan here, and today I have a really quick video for you that's going to give you 6 months of Crystalline Aura and save you about 50 bucks. Now, mileage is going to vary a little bit on that 50 depending on where you live, but $50 is what I was able to save. So before we dive too far in, you might be wondering, what is Crystalline Aura, especially if you've never played the game or haven't been following it. So Crystalline Aura is their opt-in subscription service. It does give some pretty good benefits. You can save on things like ocean liners, which is a travel service. You have additional Bifrost slots, which will allow you to save certain points in the world and teleport back to them for pretty cheap. So there's a lot of really cool stuff packed in here to make life a little bit easier on the average player. Now, Crystalline Aura does come for $10 a month or 420 crystals a month. Now, it is completely optional, and I'm not saying you need to buy this to have a good time. I'm just saying if you are interested in this, this is an incredible deal that honestly I wouldn't skip. Now, before we dive into the store, I did want to mention the differences between royal crystals and crystals. We're going to be using these two terms quite a bit. These are the two currencies going into the cash shop. So you have royal crystals or rainbow crystals or red crystals. People call them quite a few different things. These are the only premium real money currency in the game. You will trade dollars for crystals, and then you can use these to purchase services like name changes or crystal packs. Now, the other currency we're looking at are regular crystals or blue crystals. Now, these are the primary currency for the shop and for Mari's shop. These can be used for purchasing things like Crystalline Aura, skins, mounts, pets, all kinds of different things. I would say it's probably an 80-20 split of blue crystals to rainbow crystals in terms of what you can actually buy in the shop. Typically, the royal ones are for service items, like I mentioned before. Now, regular crystals, you need to have royal crystals in order to buy these. You can't just go buy flat out regular crystals. You have to buy royal and then convert them or exchange them into regular ones. It's a very annoying service. It's by design. They, want you to buy more royal crystals to then trade out for lesser blue crystals. It's a mess, but I mean, this is something that's been around forever. So now that we know the difference between those two currencies, let's talk about this deal. So in the store, you're going to see something called the Level Complete Pack, and it's going to come for 1,100 royal crystals. Remember, that's the premium currency. Now, royal crystals are going to run you about $11. Now, unfortunately, like I talked about, we do have that kind of weird conversion, right? You can buy 1,000 royal crystals for $10, but you can't buy 1,100 royal crystals. So you either need to buy the bigger pack that comes after that or buy 2 of the smaller packs. But either way, just know 1,100 is what you need for this one. Now, here is where things get a little confusing. So the Level Complete Pack is going to give you 2,600 blue crystals, which is insane. And the reason that this is insane is because you're basically getting these things for a fraction of the cost. Now, in the store, you can swap those royal crystals for regular crystals, rainbows for blues, but it's much more expensive. I mean, some options, you're looking at trading about 1,900 royal crystals for a measly 800 blue crystals. That doesn't seem like a very great deal. But with this Level Complete Pack, that's what makes this one even just more insane, because you're trading 800 less royal crystals and getting 1,800 more regular ones. So this is something that I'm pretty sure they put it out there just to get people to drain the royal crystals, give them kind of a, here's a first taste, a hook type of thing. Maybe we're all falling into a trap. I don't know. But it seems like it's just an amazing deal on the surface. I went ahead and picked it up. Now, here's where things get a little bit dicey. Now, the reason I say dicey is because you don't get all 2,600 crystals right out of the gate. You get them every 10 levels, and you get them in different intervals. It's like 500, 500, then 600, then 500, all the way up to 2,600. So that's why it's called the Level Complete Pack, because you have to make it all the way to 50 to get everything that this thing offers. Now, I know this might seem really confusing if you're just getting into the shop, but just know this is a huge money saver. 6 months of Crystalline Aura is $60, whereas this pack will give it to you for $11. So if you do plan to keep Lost Ark as a primary game in your rotation, this is an incredible deal and one that honestly I'm taking advantage of. But if you're more of like a nomad and you just want to travel to other games, we have Wonderlands coming out, we have Elden Ring, a lot of people want to play Sifu, which just came out a couple weeks ago, I believe. So there's a lot of really cool games coming out, and if Lost Ark isn't one you're going to be spending a ton of time in, I would honestly skip the Crystalline Aura get the level complete pack and then buy some mounts or skins, something that's always going to be there when you log back in that you can actually enjoy. So one thing that I do want to kind of put out there, right, is, again, I'm not trying to pressure you guys into buying anything, but I'm not sure how long this deal will last. I don't know if this is going to be, you know, something that's there for the first 2 weeks, if it's going to be something that's there for the first month, first year, forever. I'm not entirely sure because there isn't an expiration date on it. So I would say look into this, make a decision sooner than later. That way you don't miss out on this deal. So that wraps this one up. I really hope that this was helpful for you. 1, to kind of understand what premium currencies are in the game. 2, the shop. 3, looking at different deals and maybe just a different way to look at what's available and what's out there. Now, if you are looking for somebody to party up with out on Regulus, we do have a bunch of guilds out there, and I know it's locked right now. Hopefully it'll unlock sooner than later. But like I said, if you are looking for somebody to play with, we are on Regulus, and we're also on Thirain for EU. So if you're an EU player, we do have a home for you as well. All those links are in the description below, and thank you everyone so much for all of the kind words, support, appreciation, all of that for the Lost Ark content. There's going to be a ton more coming your way. So thank you everyone so much, and I will talk to you on the next one.